It's Monday of PGA Merchandise Show Week here in Orlando, Florida. And what you see throughout media coverage of the merchandise show is this big room flooded with people. However, what you don't normally see is what it looks like just a few days before. Think about it this way. 2 days ago, this room was basically empty, and now it is filled with shipping containers, mannequins, and each company is putting up their own little mini showcase of what they're going to have to offer for the 2017 season. If you look back here, you're going to see all these people doing a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of time to make the show floor look as good as it does. And to see how the final products are going to be, you could download the THP mobile app or go to thehackersparadise.com.
When most think about the PGA Show, they think of the hundreds and hundreds of exhibitors that we see on the show floor today. What they don't realize is that it actually began in humble beginnings in 1954, with just a few merchandisers coming together to try to find a better path to help grow the game and the industry that we all love.
Welcome to the kickoff of the 2017 PGA Merchandise Show here at the Orange County Convention Center in Orlando, Florida. I'm Dean from the Hackers Paradise, and as you can see, we've got a big crew of guys with us. We're going to walk through those doors, and we're going to bring you coverage like has never been seen before. You're going to get the ins and outs of every booth that we visit. You're going to get some unique takes and some pretty amazing interviews, knowledge, and talk about product and apparel. So hope you enjoy it and come with us on this incredible journey. It is demo day of the PGA Merchandise Show week, and again, we've been trying to give you as many different, unique inside looks as possible. We got here nice and early, and we're here at the Wilson staff area, and you can see they're still putting things up. It's something different. This stuff really comes down to the wire for these companies. They put a lot of work and a lot of effort into getting everything ready for people to come in and hit their equipment, but you just don't realize what goes into it. They've got probably 65 people here getting this entire stage area set up, so we're going to have a lot of golfers hitting clubs like the D300 line and the Wilson Triton. In my hand is the new TaylorMade P770 iron from TaylorMade Golf. This iron, I'll tell you what, is a gorgeous looking club. They have used a new forging process. It is their most precise forging to date. Also, they utilize tungsten in this iron. Right here in the bottom of the sole, they've got tungsten throughout to really help optimize trajectory and ball flight. Something that if you are a golfer who likes to move the ball, you want something that's a little bigger but it feels really good, the P7070 might work for you.
Hey, I understand that this new Fujikura Atmos shaft has low torque. I think I need that, like the tour players, get my ball flight down.
I agree. You don't want something that's got a higher torque and whippy and just, you lose the club head in your swing. You want something low.
Guys, I couldn't help but overhear you guys talking about torque, and that is just absolutely ridiculous. You don't need a lot of torque. In fact, torque is 26 degrees of torque are in the palm of your hand alone. So if you think a low torque is what's necessary to hit straight balls, long balls, and you got 26 degrees here and you're saying, I only need 3 degrees of torque, that's ridiculous. Torque actually helps a gear effect, and gear effect's going to get you longer shots. Guys on tours are swinging, I'm sure, way harder than you guys, although you look big and strong, I'm sure. But these guys are swinging 117 miles an hour. They need that to stabilize. But what are you swinging, 85, 95? Gear effect and torque is going to help that thing load and unload at impact and go long. It's also going to help you square up the club face to get that thing straighter and longer shots. So at the end of the day, high torque is what you guys probably need.
The new M1 and M2 drivers from TaylorMade, we're seeing an increase of carbon fiber usage, so we can really see more weight moved around, making a more playable driver. They're using on the crown what's called final finish to final finish. It's going to be much more durable where the carbon fiber meets the leading edge, and it's going to provide more overall durability and a better look for a long period of time. Overall, with the line, you're seeing a driver for everybody. The M1 is going to be the most adjustable. The M2 is going to be more playable. And we're also seeing a new draw spec that's going to come in and help those people that really have that left to right miss.
With Fujikura, and they have launched a new golf shaft for 2017. It is Atmos. And as you can see, they're setting up. We've got lots of bags filled with those shafts. They're going to help people get dialed in, find the perfect ball flight for them, whether it be high, medium, or low. They've got a shaft that can fit them. Guys are going to come out. They're really preparing for it. It's going to be crazy with people coming to hit drivers, all different heads, all with the same Fujikura shaft, finding one that works best for them. In my hand, the M1 iron, a new iron from TaylorMade Golf, has a multi-material construction. The 3 through 7 iron utilize tungsten to help optimize trajectory and spin and launch. On the sole, you can see the speed slot. That's going to help produce some speed. And also, for the M1, on the face, they have face slot technology that's going to help you on off-center hits produce the fastest ball speeds that you possibly can get on those misses.
With the M2 iron from TaylorMade, we're seeing a complete redesign this year. There's a heavier emphasis on stability, still using the speed slot, still using face slots, but now getting that CG lower for a higher launch, more playability, and this is really going to be an iron that's going to fit the masses that like to get the ball up and they like to have a more playable shot time and again.
At the demo day portion of the PGA Merchandise Show, what I'm holding in my hand is going to be a club that a lot of people are going to be trying to hit today. It is the Wilson Staff Triton Driver. It won their Driver versus Driver reality show that aired on Golf Channel last fall. Eric Sillis is going to be here to talk with people about the driver that he created. You know, it's really unique because we got to see this driver from its conception all the way to the finalized product. It's going to get put through its paces today, and people are really going to have a chance to try out the different sole weights. They're going to take a look at the white stripe on the top, the 1-to-1 ball ratio, and I think people are going to enjoy seeing what they've got from Wilson Staff between this and the D300. Throughout the show, there's not just exhibits inside the convention center with today's equipment, latest and greatest. There's also some exhibits outside that really celebrate the PGA and golf's history. Here, we're looking at one of the showcases that has Ben Hogan's championship medals from his 1953 season, where he won the only 3 majors that he played in. Just something, a little touch for the people that come in to visit the PGA Merchandise Show. Well, this is it. After the months of lead up and build up time to this incredible expo, it is time. We are at the Orange County Convention Center to kick off the coverage of the 2017 PGA Merchandise Show. It's pretty secretive behind these doors, but what we want to do is take you on a journey with us as we look at all of our favorite exhibits on the floor. Taking a look at the Cross Comfort Grip from Superstroke. They have this. It's a new grip offered in 3 different colors. As you can see, we've got the gray and black. We've got the black with the blue, and we also have the red with the black. Wow, that's kind of strange. So these grips will be available this year. I'm here looking at all of the different golf balls at the show, and I found these Chrome Soft X's. You know what? Honestly, probably the ball that's going to go in my bag because I feel like it's really going to fit my...
Really, buddy? I mean, come on. You really think that this is the ball for you?
Absolutely.
It's probably right because I consider this the internet golfer golf ball because it's going to help people that think they swing 118 miles an hour.
16.
Yeah. Okay, close.
Close.
And the guys that need more spin in their 6-iron because they like to work the ball left to right.
My ball doesn't hang on the greens when I hit 6-irons. I need a lot more spin there. This could do it for me, right?
Well, I think a lesson would help you more.
That seems crazy. I'm just going to buy these.
Okay, that'd be great.
Founded in 1963, Honma Golf has been a staple of the Asian golf equipment market. Since then, they've slowly spread out and started to have a presence in the 1980s in North America. With the 90s that grew, and now in 2017, we're going to see a real movement of them trying to grasp a foothold here in North America. Known for high-quality forgings, for designs that are timeless, and materials that are top of the line, Honma Golf is going to be a name you're going to start to see a lot more of this year.
Hi, this is Mike Yagley from Cobra Golf Research and Development, and we are here today to talk about the rails on the F7 fairways and the F7 hybrids. And we have done extensive research with soil dynamic models to understand exactly how rails work. And what they do is they give you an immense amount of more club head speed as you're getting down after that golf ball, whether it be in a mildly difficult lie or a really deep lie in a divot or down in the rough. They give you up to 2 miles an hour more club head speed, which means you get more ball speed and you get longer, higher flights. They work. And I use them in my daily life so that I can walk faster and get faster to wherever in the heck I need to go. This is Mike Yagley, and you should try those King F7 hybrids and fairways.
Taking a look here at a new prototype, an unnamed prototype from Sentio Putters. And we reviewed Sentio last year. Very interesting concept. One model in general with 3 distinct feels, all because of this TPE insert that is right here. This one is going to be a mallet option. Last year they were all blades. This year is a mallet. What they did was they made it a little wider at the heel and toe, if you could see that there. That's going to give you some stability. They removed some weight from the center and pushed it to the back to really help increase the MOI. So you're going to be able to get a really high MOI putter and, with all the other Sentio putters, pick a feel that you desire. Undoubtedly one of the most popular consumer and used on tour putting grips out there. This is a look at Superstroke's offering. We start with the Pistol GTR grips. They are available in a 1.0 size and a little bigger 2.0. No taper at the bottom, but still have that little pistol top for you. We move down to the Flatso series. These ones are obviously used by some of their professionals as well. As you can see, a unique design, kind of a triangular look, and a completely flat front. Continuing down, we get to the more classic series, what Superstroke's been known for, and they're all the different size shapes. We've got the 5.0, which is the largest. We've got the 3.0, the 2.0, and then the Ultra Slim 1.0. Now, all of these, except for the 1.0, are also available in this counter core option, which gives you the opportunity to backweight the club a little bit, maybe give you a little more stability on those short putts. Taking a look at the Cross Comfort Grip from Superstroke, they have this. It's a new grip offered in 3 different colors. As you can see, we've got the gray and black. We've got the black with the blue, and we also have the red with the black. Wow, that's kind of strange. So these grips will be available this year, and you guys get to put them in play. No taper Larry. I mean, what happened yesterday? Can you believe that guy? I mean, yeah, you're the man. You are the man.
I got a freaking bone to pick with you. No taper.
Tour Exotics by Tour Edge. We've got 2 new fairway woods. We've got the EX10. This one right here has a new slipstream sole. They've kind of narrowed out and shallowed out the channels here to make turf interaction a big deal. Same type of sole design that we see on the driver with the weight low and deep in the head. That's going to help give you a little bit more launch. They have 2 versions. This is the regular version that has a high-strength steel face, and they also have the beta version. Now, the beta version has the same titanium face that is in the EX10 driver. Both of these are cup face design, which, as been shown, gives really good ball speed retention on miss hits.
Brand new for 2017 is the Ping Sigma G Series putters. What we have here is we've got a stainless steel body. We have an elastomer insert behind an aluminum face, providing great feel.
Obviously, if you're a golf fan, you recognize the name on these 2 golf bags. We've got Jordan Spieth and Sergio Garcia. What do they have in common? Well, they're both phenomenal golfers, but they also play Superstroke grips throughout their bag. These clubs are built exactly to their specs, and they are sitting along with all the other Superstroke options. So let's take a look at what they have. We'll start with Sergio. He plays the S-Tech grips in this nice blue and yellow color scheme. And we move over to Jordan Spieth. We've got his irons as well, and he plays the S-Tech grips in a little black and yellow scheme. But Superstroke also, not just club grips, they do putter grips as well. And we've got Sergio's putter here, and he has the Pistol GT 1.0 putter grip with the counter core option that gives him a little bit more stability. Now, these things aren't just here to look pretty. Something that Superstroke is doing that I think a lot of fans are going to like is throughout the year they're going to give away these clubs. So people will have a chance to have a bag exactly like Jordan Spieth, built to his specs, or exactly like Sergio or some of the other Superstroke staffers.
Last year, Cleveland Golf introduced the Huntington Beach collection, a premium putter without the premium price. They come in at $99. This year, they're going to expand the collection out. What we're seeing is 2 more mid-mallet shapes. One's a familiar shape in the number 6, except now it's a center shafted model. You have the number 3, and then you've got a number 10, another mid-mallet, but it's more of a plumber's neck. With these options, the line's really more rounded out now than it had been previously, and it's a feel that a lot of people have been talking about. You get something you don't expect, and the performance is always there.
Hey everybody, I want to talk to you guys about some new wedges. We have our pure wedges coming out this year, and I want to start off by showing you one of our tour wedges. This is a raw wedge that we made for Bryson DeChambeau. As you can see, has his initials BAD on there. Really cool wedge, different from when you guys would play, because this one has no chrome, and that's what raw is all about. You take off the chrome and you're going to get improved performance. You're going to get better spin because your grooves will be naked. No chrome to soften edges, no chrome to fill in those grooves. You can channel away all kinds of debris. But the bad thing about what the guys use on tour is it is 8620 carbon steel, and it will begin to rust. So this one's pretty new still, but you can already see the face and how it's tarnishing, and you see some rust spots starting to happen. This wedge will stay pretty clean because his caddy wipes it down, cleans it every other shot, and takes it home and cleans it. You guys, me, we clean our wedge and then we forget about it in our garage, in our cars. We come out next, they're orange, and the only thing that's good for is making you some orange towels, which we don't want. So here's what we did. We wanted to give you the same type of performance, but we wanted to make sure it didn't rust. It didn't rust in the store, it didn't rust on you. It just performed just like the wedges you see on tour. So what we did is we chose a pure steel. Pure stainless steel, 304 stainless steel is as soft as carbon steel. It's actually softer than a lot. So you can bend it, you'll get the feel. But what we did is we created a line of pure wedges that features the same thing. No chrome on the grooves, no chrome on the groove millings in between the grooves. This wedge is going to have its maximum spin, maximum ball grabbing capability. And then we made these in different grinds. So this is a classic grind here on this 52. It's thin, it goes thinner to wider, has an iconic notch, but it has kind of higher bounce, all right? So this has 12 degrees of bounce for a 52, that's pretty high. You move over here to this, and I believe this is a 56, and this has our versatile grind. The versatile grind trails away the heel and the toe and leaves you the iconic notch. So this overall has a lot of versatility around the green to open it up so it doesn't sit very high above the ground. For those of you who like to stand it up on its toe to do some really good things, that's why we trail away the toe. So that's the versatile grind. And then finally over here, we have this, I believe this is a 58 in a wide low. Wider soled wedge, lower bounce. This is perfect for you guys who play in softer conditions. Those of you who are going to play through the thaw when the snow melts in the Northeast. Those of you who play in wetter conditions, this type of wedge can really help you out of those types of wetter, softer conditions, or even fluffier bunkers. Does that mean you have to have everything wide in your bag? No, you can have the ultimate set of 52 that's classic, you have a 56 that's versatile, and you can have a 60 that's wide low. All of that is perfect, but just pick the right grinds for yourself, pick the pure wedge because you're going to have maximized spin and enjoy a better short game.
There's a lot of drivers out there these days that are adjustable. Honma has a little bit of a different take on it. Not adjustable, but a lot of different variations. Here's a look at the TW 737 lineup for Honma, and they have a 445 driver, which is their most pear-shaped one, and as you can see, the weight is most closest to the face to really help lower the spin. As we move up, they have a 450 model as well. Still pear-shaped, still a cup face on it, but the weight a little bit different, so you can get a different ball flight. Now, we're looking for something a little bit more forgiving. This is the 455, and you can see the weight has moved, shifted towards the back to really help give some high launch. Now, the most forgiving option, something we see out there a lot, is a 460 cc option. This one's their most forgiving, has a different face, a really good straight titanium sound to it. But again, 4 different models, so you can dial in 4 different ball flights with the driver from home.
Here we have the new KBS Tour S-Taper shaft. This uses a lot of little micro tapers in it to where it still looks a lot like the C-Taper did. It looks like a straight shaft, but when you get closer, you can tell the different little steps that go in with it all. The key to this is it's going to maintain that KBS Tour feel that we know so well. It's going to keep dispersion, but this one's going to launch at a lower window. It's supposed to be really good into the wind. Plus, it's going to drop spin about 400 to 600 RPMs, which basically provides an entirely different window of fitting for KBS. It's going to come in 110 gram and 120 gram weights, still all 5 different flex profiles as well. This is one that we're looking forward to hearing a lot more about. Seymour is going to continue with their Giant series of putters. What I've got right here is the Mini Giant. It's actually the deep flange model. It's going to be one of the new looks for this year. This is the smallest of all the Giants. This one uses copper weights to add the weight back in, out to the sides, increase the MOI, and help with the stability of the stroke. It's going to give you a bigger visual, more confidence, and a better roll.
Hey, you out there, the guy with the moderate swing speed. Do you just have money in your pocket that's burning a hole? Do you really want to spend money on things that you may or may not need? Well, guess what? This is something you do need. This is the Zexio Prime driver. Yes, it's expensive, but it's going to make golf a lot more fun. You're going to be able to hit the ball a lot farther. You're going to get higher launch. You're going to get more spin, all things that could be more beneficial to you. So get that checkbook out and get that check written to Zexio. Callaway is kicking it old school with the Steelhead XR and Steelhead XR Pro irons. They brought back the iconic look that we saw on the X14 irons many, many years ago. However, what they did was they pumped it with some of the newer technology. One of the old school technologies is the bore-through hosel. The new technology is the cup face 360 design. That's going to help produce faster ball speeds on miss hits around the sweet spot and a little bit farther out, going to produce a high flight and some strong distances. So for the guys who like the X14 irons of yesteryear, you probably like these two. Taking a look at the new Futura series of the Scotty Cameron lineup. Scotty Cameron putters, obviously a very premium offering, this no different. This is the flagship model, the 6M, as you can tell by the shape, kind of inspired from his work with Adam Scott. We have an aircraft aluminum sole with a stainless steel top, and what that does is allow weight to be positioned into the back corners of the putter, creating a nice high MOI mallet shape that'll reduce twisting on miss hits.
Without a doubt, the most popular line of putters from TaylorMade maybe ever. The different Spider mallets. Jason Day, Dustin Johnson, a lot of success recently, and those models have come to market. You've got the red for Jason Day, the black for Dustin Johnson. Both high MOI mallets, a smaller overall look. It's not going to be that gigantic full mallet that we've seen before. And they have actually different densities in the true roll insert. One's going to be more firm. DJ prefers a firmer insert, the black model. Jason Day is going to prefer a softer insert, so that's what they brought with that model. Two different looks, two very clean looks, and two extremely popular putters right now.
The short game is so vital to scoring in the game of golf, and Ping wants to find the best wedge for your game. So what they've done is they've made some changes with the Ping Glide 2.0s. Starting with the lower lofted wedges, the 46 up to the 52, they've added an additional groove that's going to help with spin. Now the 54 and higher, they've given you two more grooves to give you a little bit more spin around the greens. Also, they have 4 different grinds. We have the SS grind, we have the wide sole, we have the TS, and the SS grind, which is based off of the I2 wedge. So Ping has plenty of options to find the best short game control for you.
Here we have the Honma Tour World G6 golf ball. It's actually a 6-layer golf ball with 2 outer covers. It's going to increase your spin. It's also going to increase distance. There's a lot of good buzz going on about it, and it is coming stateside.
In my hand, a new iron on the Exotics lineup. It is the CBX Forged. Now, this is a nice traditional looking iron. It's made from S25C materials from Japan. The big thing for Tour Edge Exotics is talking about a material advantage. It goes on with this. There's a dual flange sole, and what that's really going to do is enhance the feel on misses low on the face. Everybody who misses low on the face usually get those stingers. Supposedly, that's not going to happen with these. We'll be able to find out late in the spring when they launch.
Here's MLA Golf, a Swiss brand putter company with a distributorship out of Denver. Their premise here is 4 lines at the target. So you have a line here, 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 here. It's easier to line up, get the ball rolling towards your target.
One of the beauties of the PGA Merchandise Show is kind of finding those hidden gems that aren't well known, and I think we've got one right here. It is PB Bags. It is called the Pickup Bag, and it's geared to bring the sport back to the game. Now let me show you what it is with a quick demonstration. What it is, a very lightweight bag. It is 14 weight dividers. Each one has its own individual club length, and it weighs under 3 pounds. So very light. It's a carry bag. We put our foot right in front of the stand here, pick it right up, and we're on our way. Naturally, the hand goes right to the handle, and when we're ready to go, just pick it up, gravity takes over, and set it down. Really something neat. If you're a walker, it's something that could easily make you enjoy the game a lot more.
The new i200 irons from Ping, new look, new naming mechanism going with it. It's a very, very clean overall look, still using the custom tuning port to move the mass down and out to the sides. It's going to be their more forgiving iron, and as you can tell, it's kind of a throwback to some of the other irons we've seen over the years. It's getting a lot of buzz here, and we expect to hear a lot more about it.
You know, I just got fit for the new Atmos shaft, put it into my driver. I think it's going to be great.
See, I don't swing fast enough. I only swing like 85, 95 miles an hour. I don't think I need to be fit for a driver. Just whatever's in there works best for me.
Oh, no.
Oh, God,
you again?
Man.
Oh.
Guys, how do I keep running into you guys? That's ridiculous, my man. Everyone needs to be fit. Top-level golfers, obviously, they'll gain some distance, some accuracy. Lower level golfers, it even works more. So let's say you're a 25 handicap, you go in for a fitting, you might end up being a 20 handicap out of that fitting. So at the end of the day, you need to find the right shaft that's going to get you the correct launch, the correct spin. You're going to get more distance. You're going to have fun out there. Now, I know losing golf balls may be enjoyable for you, but not for most people, right? You're in the new Atmos. You ain't losing anything.
Exactly.
That's what I'm talking about. Get fit. Do yourself a favor.
This is it, the new Toulon Indianapolis putter. What we've seen from Toulon so far is interpretations of really classic styles. This is their kind of futuristic take on high mallet MOI putters, inspired by Indianapolis race cars, using carbon fiber and their incredibly milled face. Fantastic option for people who like milled choices.
Here talking about the brand new Soundchuck Mini from Puma Golf. You know, the original Soundchuck was hugely successful, bringing color, fun, and music to the golf course. Now we've got this new Soundchuck Mini. It's got a magnet, has a clip, wireless sound, so bringing really fun music to the golf course. And you know what? You can actually clip it absolutely anywhere.
Foresight has traditionally been one of the most popular launch monitors on the market. This year, they've updated the GC2 to the GC Quad. And the Quad is going to have 4 cameras in it rather than the 2 of the previous one, and the HMT is now built inside the unit. This is going to allow all the ball data to be recorded in one singular space. It's much more streamlined, a much cleaner looking unit, and it's already gaining a lot of traction.
Visual technology being such a big thing of the game today, usually it's with drivers. We're talking about it with irons. We've got the D300 irons. We have the power holes with the flex face technology. What that's going to do is it connects the face only to 24% of the body. So when the iron connects with the face, it flexes more, producing more ball speed, more consistency. Also on the D300 irons, we have the heel and toe weight ports, which is going to make a very stable iron, something that's going to launch high, go far, and make you enjoy the game a little more.
A new name in putters is Paladin Golf. They're bringing something really unique to market here, and it's actually titanium-based putters. The object is to increase durability, and it still provides a softer feel. There's blade models, and there's going to be a mallet model. The mallet model is full titanium. The blade is actually going to use tungsten in the sole. With that, you're going to increase feel, increase stability, and keep that same roll. You can tell here the face is rather unique. It's got a hit point pattern in the center, and off of that, it actually helps to react to misses left and right of center. It's something really different, it's something really unique, and it's something to keep an eye on.
Here with Mike Yagley talking about the new King F7 and F7 Plus drivers. You know, coming from the F6, the F7 now has one more weight in play.
Yes, and we did that specifically because an awful large number of people actually hit, believe it or not, slices.
No.
And yeah, it's true. And so on top of having the MyFly that gives you a draw bias, we needed a mass generated draw bias. So you take that 12-gram weight and you put it in that heel setting, and you're going to go from hitting it a little bit less right to a lot less right. And it works.
And now moving to the F7 Plus, last year there was that big carbon track. Now it looks a lot like its own brother here, the F7.
It does in the sole view, right? But when you set the two clubs down, you're going to find that the F7 Plus is a lot more compact, right? For the better player that likes a little bit more compact look. And it also has a little bit lower spin. And if you put that weight in the front setting, you're going to get a lot more ball speed, lower spin, and a lower, more penetrating ball flight.
And now, knowing what you know about me,
Yes.
which one should I be gaming?
Oh, I think you should play this one right here, which would be for the better player, put it in that forward spot and just let it rip.
Well, you heard. I've been searching for that $1 million idea, you know, kind of like the Pet Rock. So what I did was I took one of my favorite Golf Pride grips and I Sharpied this straight line on it. It's going to give me better alignment for all of my shots.
Golf Pride's already done it, Dean. They've got the Align technology, which is going to be a combination of new materials, 50% more firm compared to the rest of the grip. The micro-channel texture is going to have it raised up. 1/3 of PGA Tour players actually use a reminder. Now we've got an external visual example of it. It's going to provide consistency for your hand placement, and that's going to give you consistent results.
You know, I've been playing these Cure putters for a while, and the one thing I kind of didn't like was the head cover. Now we have a lot of options to find the one that's really going to suit your personality. So you have your personality inside the golf bag.
If you got it, flaunt it.
Taking a look now at the Tour Sensor grips from Golf Pride. They have two different models out. This one is the straight version, which features a no taper design.
And we have the Contour, which is more of a pistol shape. Both of a really, really soft rubber, 40% softer than their other putter grips.
And they come in two different sizes. We have the 104cc, which is the model we are holding here, and a larger size, which is the 140cc. The Titleist Pro V1 and Pro V1X are the most popular golf balls in the world. However, there's some misconceptions out there. The Pro V1X was always the longer ball, which is not always the case now, as the Pro V1 has been bumped up to match it in distance. But the Pro V1X flies higher as the Pro V1 flies lower. That's a big misconception, as a lot of people think the Pro V1X gets its distance from flying a little bit lower than the Pro V1. It's not the case. The Pro V1X, higher ball flight, Pro V1, lower. We're with Dean Snell. Obviously, you probably recognize the name from Snell Golf, or one of the creators of the Pro V1. You get a lot of talk about Dean Snell and the Pro V1, but we've got him here. We don't want to talk about that. We want to talk about, how did you get into golf? I mean, you were a hockey player, and now you are one of the legendary golf ball R&D guys.
Yeah, hockey was my primary sport, and I hated golf. You know, it wasn't anything I wanted to do. Actually, my first golf experience was with my dad on a golf course, where I got in a fight with the guy on the second hole, and they kicked us off the course. So I was like, okay, maybe I do like golf a little bit, so we could tie it together. But I actually worked in the aerospace defense division, and I started working with, I answered an ad for Titleist as a quality engineer, and because of my background, they had sent my resume to R&D. And once I went over to R&D, they had hired me the next week, and I started right into the engineering. I didn't play golf for a year when I worked there. I didn't have a set of clubs. It was just strictly engineering and learning performance of golf balls. And then since then, it's just taken off.
Now, when you get into a fight on the golf course, as a hockey player, do you throw down the clubs, take off your glove, and throw it at the guy, hit him in the stomach, or is it a little bit different than that?
Yeah, well, I came from the other side of the rink because the guy got in my dad's face. So I came with a clothesline, and I took my guy down. My father had the other guy down on the ground already. So when we finished, I said, what happened? And evidently the guy hit a ball down into my dad while I was in the woods, and he hit it, turned around and whacked it back at him. So that made them upset. They came down, got in his face, and then it was game over.
And you were in the woods, and now you've designed golf balls that try to keep the ball a little bit straighter for people instead, so they're not into the woods.
Yeah, I still see a lot of players hit golf balls in the woods, but designing golf balls today for the tour players I've done for 25 years, been very fortunate, creating performance that those guys like. And if I can bring that technology and performance and materials and processes back and give it back to the consumer without big contracts and big overhead, we can make the best performance we can, but make it an affordable price.
Right. In Snell Golf, it's not a tour ball like the Pro V1. I mean, it's the quality of the tour ball, but like you're saying, it is more of a straight-to-consumer concept.
It is. It's a high-performance golf ball with the performance of tour balls, but most people are afraid. It's too much money. They're afraid to play them. They're not good enough. So this gives people an opportunity that never had. Tour players get them for free. You know, here we're actually giving the opportunity for everybody to have the performance that's going to help their game, but keep it affordable. It's direct to consumer, straight to your house with free shipping, and it's been outstanding.
Excellent, team. Well, we appreciate you taking some time with us. For more information on Snell Golf, you can tune in to thehackersparadise.com, or you can follow all of our content on our media app. Perhaps the most talked about golf club on the market today. This is the Callaway Great Big Bertha Epic Driver. And guess what? It is pretty epic. Let's talk about the technologies that go into making this club what it is. We're going to start with the crown. As you can kind of see it there, it's a triaxial carbon crown. And what that does is it lets us put a lot of weight low into the club. This crown weighs under 10 grams. It's the lightest crown Callaway has ever produced. We got the sliding weight in the back. 17 grams comes stock. Gives you a lot of different shot adjustment. But the biggest thing about this driver is its jailbreak technology. Callaway uses 2 titanium rods behind the face right here. And what that does is it strengthens the crown and the sole for when contact is made away from the sweet spot. Now, what that might mean for you, it's going to give you more ball speed on those shots, hopefully getting you more distance and putting you in the fairway a lot more and setting you up for a wonderful round of golf.
Filling out the GBB Epic driver line for Callaway this year is the Epic Sub-Zero. Traditionally, Sub-Zero has been the lower launching, lower spinning head, and while that's still true, Callaway's really turned it on its ear as far as forgiveness that's going to be built into it. This is the higher MOI head, believe it or not, and it's because of the technologies inside of it. You still have a 12 gram and a 2 gram weight in the sole, which you can move the CG forward for a lower launch, back for a higher launch. You also have the use of triaxial carbon and the exo cage. The amount of weight being saved by those two features is what's allowing this MOI to jump up as much. And if that wasn't enough, jailbreak technology is the most buzzed about technology right now. By connecting the sole to the crown, ball speeds are being retained at some pretty ridiculous rates based off what we've heard from different user feedback. There's not a club out right now generating this type of buzz.
We're here talking 2017 Honma TW737 series irons. As you see here, we've got 4 different models. 3 are forgings. We've got a VN model, which is a half cavity, more workable design for better players. V model, which is their standard cavity back. And the VS, which is actually a stronger, lofted, more distance-oriented forged iron. In addition, we have the P model, which is the cast model as well, for those players looking for maximum forgiveness. The forged models utilize a new W forging process, which is extremely rigid, but provides better distance control. Unified face progression allows players who want to mix and match different models of the set. Really exciting iron coming more soon.
I've seen a lot about the Ask Chad series on social media, and I'm not crazy on social media. I wanted to do it in person. So I am with Chad, and here's my question. I'm a steel shaft guy. I like consistency. I like the heavier weight. I don't want to be a graphite guy. I don't see any advantages to it. I think it's going to be more inconsistent, and you always make it so lightweight. Convince me why I should think about at least trying graphite.
First off, that's hurtful, man. You're just coming right at me like that. Come on now, let's keep an open mind. You like golfing, correct?
I do like golfing.
And you want to golf for a long time, right?
A very long time.
All right, then graphite right there is going to extend your playing career 5, maybe 10 years. So when you get into those twilight years and you got nothing to do but read the paper and play golf, you'll be able to play golf. So that's one.
Okay.
For 2, it used to be a big stigma on graphite iron shafts that they weren't consistent. But that was when the materials, the carbon, wasn't really as consistent as it needed to be. Nowadays, I can give you equal consistency to steel. So you're going to have longevity in your playing, you're going to have consistency, and then the added benefit of distance. It's a lighter weight shaft. I know you say you don't like lighter weight, but a lot of guys are moving to 105, 115, and we have those. We also have graphite iron shafts that go up to 125 grams. So when you talk about weight, you're talking about maybe a 5-gram difference between steel. So I can give you something that's heavy enough to make you feel comfortable, extend your playing career, give you consistency, and give you more distance. So if any of those things sound like maybe something that would be interesting to a logical man, you might want to give those a shot.
Now, for the golf geek in me, here's my counter argument. I'm going to go to a graphite shaft, and I'm going to see my irons that play at D2. They're going to drop down to what, like C5? Come on, that's just way too light. That's going to be out of whack.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah, and if you were talking to maybe another graphite shaft manufacturer, you'd run into that problem most definitely. But you're dealing with Fujikura. So we have a design team that is top-notch in this industry. We have Pro 85, 95, 75, 65 shafts that will swing weight like an S300 shaft. So when you put them in your irons right now, it's just a 1-to-1 swap. You get that D2 swing weight. We also have another technology called metal composite technology, which is where we add some metal to the shaft in certain places to get it also to swing weight out to a D2, D1, D3, depending on what your head weights are now. So we have multiple options with multiple technologies that will move weight around in the shaft that you can just do a 1-to-1 swap with what you got now and feel no difference whatsoever.
Well, I asked Chad, and I'm satisfied with the answers. I'm going to have to give graphite iron shafts a shot. Maybe you should too.
One thing I really enjoy about Seymour putters is their giant lineup. This one right here is the mini giant. It's the perfect size for a guy like me.
It's not giant. This is giant.
Dude, that thing is huge. Come on now.
This thing's kind of giant, maybe. It's giant to me.
Look how tiny it is.
But it's the perfect size for me.
But it works.
New for 2017 is the Odyssey O-Works putter. Specifically, what you're seeing here is the micro hinge insert. This insert is designed to get the ball up and rolling faster, giving every golfer a truer roll. In addition, you've got the new Versa-T alignment system, which provides color contrast and alignment, make it easier for putters to make good putts every single day.
Coming underneath the Odyssey name, Toulon Designs has really started to flex their muscles. What I've got here is the new ATL Proto model, and what you see is a mid-mallet design, still the same neck adjustability options, and multiple weighting positions. This is going to allow the MOI to be adjusted for each person in their individual stroke.
Taking a look now at the TaylorMade TP5, TP5X golf balls. What TaylorMade is saying is their most complete tour ball ever. So first off, we've got the TP5. It's a slightly lower compression, going to be a lower ball flight, and it's going to be the softest feel. TP5X going to be a touch firmer, going to be a higher ball flight, and it's going to give you the most distance out of these two golf balls. TaylorMade's super excited about these. Both are 5-layer balls. geared to give you ultimate performance.
All right, everyone has used a GC2 at some point. If you're a golf tech nerd, if you're an equipment nerd, a junkie, you've used a GC2. It's the most popular unit out there for fitters, for golfers, all these things going on. So why update it? Why was it time to update it?
Well, if you look at technology is always increasing. We launched the GC2 in 2010. So we're not like a lot of other companies that maybe a year later we feel like we have to launch something new and something that's a minor improvement. So we listen to all of our partners, whether they be club fitters, manufacturers, consumers, all those people. With the advent of adding HMT a couple years ago, that was another advancement in technology. What we've decided to do is take all that information from our people and combine it into one unit. And with that, we took into some of the shortcomings that we saw, even though we still have really good technology and really good product, and improved it. So what you have now is all 4 cameras are in one unit. With that, we've expanded the hitting zone from 14 inches to 18 inches on both sides coming in and out of the golf ball, right? So going through the golf ball is 18 inches, for the golf club is 14 inches. So you've got a 32-inch span. In the old unit, we had a smaller window to get the golf ball locked in to be able to pick up all those numbers. Now you've got 14 by 14 range. The important part of that in a lot of cases was for people playing outside and doing some things that needed to be. Taking divots, they would have to move the piece every 6 to 10 shots. Yeah. Now you're getting 35 to 40. So that's an improvement. The LED screen that you see is an improvement. It's easier to see outdoors. It's very bright and very easy to be able to register all that information that you're looking for. The other thing we did is we had a consumable that was a flash, and it took the picture. Now we've got infrared cameras that take the picture, so there's no need to replace that. We've done a job with a battery now. The battery is very easily removed and replaced without any problems, and it lasts 10 hours now versus 6 hours before. So there was a lot of technological advances that were taken into consideration over the last 6 years, and we've put them all into this new GC Quad. So it's a self-contained unit, captures all the golf ball, all the golf club data, and then has some software with it that you can have some fun. You'll see something coming from us that's an entertainment experience as well as a golf experience. 2 things. One of them is called Zombies, which is a lot of fun. You'll see that coming. And then there's another game that's fun also called Roulette.
See, there you go. Not just an evolution. Foresight, again, is trying to change the game with the GC Quad. It's coming. It's getting a lot of buzz, and it's going to be really fun to find out even more.
Yes, change the game again. Here we go.
So Srixon's got 3 different tour level balls now, but picking one's proven to be a little bit difficult.
Look at you. You're a mess. You don't have to do that anymore, James. You can go to Srixon.com, find your nearest Srixon baller dealer, and you can get trial packs. So you can get a half dozen of each one of those 3 tour level balls, find out which one works for you, and guess what? You're going to save a lot of money doing that because that's a lot of ammo. Find which one works best for you. 2017, Titleist has released the 917 D2 and D3 drivers. Now, this is their most tech-savvy driver to date. We talk about how they've had the SureFit hosel system for quite some time now. Now they include SureFit CG, this little bulbous thing in the back here. There is a removable weight that slides in. It goes from 8 to 16 grams. You could pick whether you want the weight in the neutral setting. You could pick it in the toe or in the heel to help manipulate the ball flight. So between the SureFit CG and the SureFit hosel, Titleist can really get you dialed in to get you your most consistent ball flight ever. Taking a look at the Wilson Staff Triton driver, and it is one of the most unique heads on the market. The sole plate comes completely off, which allows you to dial in the ball flight that you want for multiple different player types. James and I here, we're different type of golfers. What kind of ball flight do you usually have, James?
I'm a low ball hitter, so I use the titanium plate. Titanium plate's going to increase spin and increase launch a little bit.
And on the opposite side of the spectrum, I am a notoriously high ball hitter. So what I've done is put in the carbon fiber plate that's going to raise the CG, which is going to lower my launch angle, lower my ball flight, and hopefully produce some fantastic drives. Taking a look at Happy Putters, a very adjustable putter that's out on the marketplace. And this one's certainly a little different than everything else you see. First off, we're just going to start with the face. We do have some nice grooves on the face, and of course it says happy. When you're on the putting greens, you don't want to be miserable. You do want to be happy. You'll tend to make a little bit more putts. Now, looking at the sole, we've got 2 weights. You can adjust them to make it a heavier option or a lighter option, and then you can see this screw in the middle. What this does is it changes the alignment aid. So right now I have just the black and white alignment aid, and as you can see right here, they have two other options for the alignment aid. One's a double line, and one's got a little more shapes. So if you're somebody who likes to align basically with shapes, you can do that. If you like the single line better, you have that option as well. When you order these putters, you're going to get the weights, you're going to get the multiple alignment aids, and you're going to get the oversized grip, whatever it's going to do to keep you happy on the greens.
Here we have the new Stealth line of putters from Seymour. It's the same familiar shapes. What I have in my hand right now is a PTM1, but the finish has been blacked out a little bit. It's using darker paint fill. The RST is still red, but it's a really deep metallic red instead of that bright one that we're used to seeing. Framed by the black lines instead of white lines on the RST, it gives a different aesthetic look that's going to fit other people's eyes. The D300 driver from Wilson, super light driver, what they call their right light technology. This is the second generation of super light we've seen from them. We're talking about 183 gram head, 44 gram shaft, and 25 gram grip. It's made to increase your club head speed with the idea that the right light can fit the right people. This year they've added a weight port to the bottom so you can adjust that weight up. There's multiple shaft options. It's not just the super light shaft. Beyond that, on the top of the club, you have these micro vortex generators. The objective is connect the air, keep it to the club, reduce the drag, and increase the overall speed of any golfer. I think everyone knows there's nothing like the feeling of a forged blade. You don't need a ton of frills in the back. You don't need a giant cavity. Just give me a muscle back to hit all.
James, dude, what? Did you see these? Strixon irons. Z765 and 565 irons.
What about the 965?
Yeah, that's okay. Maybe for you. Somebody like me, I don't need that. But look at how nice they blend together. Look at that. You see that? You know what we can do? We can put together the ultimate combo set. We could use the blades in the 9 and pitching wedge where we really want control. And then we can do the 765s and the mid irons. A little workability, a little more forgiveness. And the 565s and the low irons. We can launch the ball high, hit it far, land it soft on the green.
What about my X-Flex shafts?
Really? X-Flex shafts? Listen, buddy. They have all of these extra shafts, no upcharge shafts that you could upgrade to, and if you want your special grips with 5 layers of tape,
6.5.
They've got that too.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Hybrids make their way into a lot of people's bags. Here is a new option for 2017. It is from Tour Edge on their exotics lineup. It is the EX10 hybrid. Now these hybrids, they have visible technology prevalent. You've got the slipstream sole, which has been shallowed out a little bit to really help with that turf interaction. Also, the options are all there. You've got a 2 hybrid at 17 degrees, ranging all the way up to the 6, which is in my hand, at 28. So they have lots of different options that can find their way into your bag.
Here's the new Superstroke Cross Comfort Grip. It's a dual layer grip with a polyurethane coating on top. The good news of that is it's the same feel that you're already familiar with if you've used a Superstroke grip. The benefit of that is less tension in the hands, same feel, same consistency for all 14 clubs.
KBS is really known for their feel and shafts, and after years and years of development, what they've come up with is the KBS Tour Hybrid prototype shaft. It's a graphite shaft that's going to provide that same type of performance that you get out of a KBS steel shaft, except it's going to really accentuate the things that people need in a graphite hybrid position in the bag. It comes from 65 grams to 95 grams. It's available in all the different flex profiles, and this one is gaining a lot of traction very, very quickly.
Cure has been known for their oversized putters. They added the Classic Series last year. This is the newest addition to the Classic Series, the CX3. This one is more of a mallet-shaped design, as you can see. Has a new alignment aid system, which is good. They also added a different logo on the bottom and some nice milling here on the back that makes it look like a much more premium putter. Also, as you can see, there are 8 weight ports in the bottom. That allows for 48 grams of adjustability. So you could really affect the MOI, and if you wanted to go over 400 grams in the head weight, you can do that or drop it as low as 360. The other good thing about it this year, all of the Classic Series putters are available in their regular shaft and a center shaft option.
The new TP Collection putters from TaylorMade featuring their Pure Roll insert. This is a 303 stainless steel putter. It's skim milled on the face. It's going to provide a very, very consistent roll, a very quick roll. They have adjustable weights in the different models now. Each one is named after a different golf course, a different location. There are going to be 6 models total. Right now, initially, there's 4. With it, it's one of the cleanest putters we've seen come out of TaylorMade so far. A very, very sleek look, a very business look, and there's going to be something a lot of people will be comfortable over the ball with.
The Titleist 917, it is an extremely adjustable driver. What's the best way to get into it? It's to go to a Titleist Thursday event, and they have really streamlined the fitting process. Let's take a quick look at what they do. So first off, Titleist has found out that really after 30 swings, a player gets kind of fatigued, so their performance really drops. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a player interview. They're going to find out what you're currently playing. They're going to have you take maybe a swing or two of that just to have something to base their knowledge off of. Now, we go into the head and loft mile. They're going to take what they learned from your interview, and they're going to put you in something similar to start with. For me, I've got the 8.5 degree head in my hand. Then we go with the shaft, model, flex, and length. Are you a stiff flex guy? Are you an X flex? Are you regular flex? And what weight are you in? They offer shafts in 60, 70 grams, so they'll find something that could fit you for that. Now next, the SureFit hosel. They've got a lot of settings here to help you really figure out where the face angle is going to be. Are you going to need a closed face angle? You're going to want to have something open. You're going to want to bring the loft up or down. Once we get that figured out, now it's time to really dial in that ball flight. We've got SureFit CG in the back of this head. We could put something in a draw setting, we could put it in a neutral setting, or we could put that weight out near the toe. If you're someone that tends to hook the ball, it might help you straighten that out. And then the head weight. SureFit CG, not just about moving the weight, but we can change the swing weight of the club. The weights range from 8 all the way up to 16 grams in increments of 2, so they'll find the perfect swing weight that matches your game. And then finally, the grip. You know, you really want to have something in your hands that's super comfortable. So if you're somebody who likes to strangle the grip and, you know, really have bad grip pressure, we'll put a softer grip in there. If you're more of a guy who likes the player feel, they'll put a quarter grip in there. But no matter what, with the 917, Titleist will find the right driver for you.
Here with Tim Gillis of Foresight, and Foresight with the GC2, a lot of traction. I think a lot of people have used it. Now the GC Quad's coming out.
Yes, sir.
But a lot of people don't know what the HMT is. Can you tell us what the HMT aspect of the unit is?
Well, the HMT is a head measurement technology that was born out of a request from the OEMs for us to give them accurate data similar to the golf ball data that we were giving them. So what you're measuring is an 18-inch angle of attack. It's going to show your face path. And then some of the things that you'll see with us is we put fiducials on the golf club, so it'll triangulate that golf club, and it'll show the actual impact on the face of the club, where that impact is. It'll show the impact loft, it'll show the lie at impact. Now typically what you see from a lie board is it's after impact, and we've noticed in a lot of photography that after impact that toe bows down. So there can be some inaccuracies on lie angles. So the lie at impact is very important. Then it shows the golf club leaving and how much it's rotating, either opened or closed. So again, you get your swing path, whether it's coming in to out to in, and then you get all the club data all the way through the finish of the swing.
So all the data that you could ever wish for.
Yes, we actually capture a lot more data, but we, working with the OEMs, decided there's probably 6 points of data that most people would understand and that makes it effective in a club fitting and instruction, and that's the data that we put on all the published reports.
There you have it. There's a reason that the Foresight is one of the most precise units around.
Taking a look at the Puma Titan Tour Ignite disc version of their golf shoe. This one's going to be on tour. You're going to see it with Bryson DeChambeau. Ricky Fowler has the Ignite foam in the bottom. For guys who don't like to tie their shoes, it's going to be simple. You just give it a couple clicks to the right to tighten it up, one to the left, and that'll loosen it. But if you don't like to wear spikes, we have the Titan Tour, or Titan Ignite Spikeless Extreme shoe here. This one is a spikeless version, a lot more Ignite foam along the bottom. Going to be really comfortable. Nice lightweight top, and this one's going to be get you ready to go on the course. Okay, later this year, we are going to Vegas, right?
We're going to Vegas.
We're going to Vegas. We're going to have some fun?
We're going to have a lot of fun.
Now,
well, marketing's going to have fun. I don't know about R&D, but
we're just going to win, probably.
Yeah, okay.
Minimal fun, some fun, all winning.
So, who do I want to be on? What team? Do I want to be marketing? Do I want to be R&D? That look, that kind of scares me.
I'm a little embarrassed for you even for asking. I mean, that's a ridiculous question.
First off, he is a lot bigger than you.
See?
Yeah, but from a good look standpoint, there's really no comparison.
I'm not going to comment on that again because he is a lot bigger.
There's really only one team. It is the marketing team. We have the best talent. We know how to have a great time. Marketing's going to win. That's the end of the day.
It's the worst sales pitch ever. Do you want the best stuff? Do you want the newest stuff?
We're gonna actually use the best stuff.
Do you want stuff that no one's ever seen before? Yeah. You want innovation. Do you want something that's really 7 but they say it's 10? You go to marketing.
All All right, well, I'm having a hard time picking my team. We're going to find out what team you guys will be on, and you could join us in Las Vegas.
Team marketing.
You know, it's not very often that you can cheat and feel good about it or get away with it. But in the case of golf, we have a set of clubs this year, which if you buy, can feel like you're cheating, because it literally is buying a game. If you want to have more forgiveness, more speed, more launch, use the King oversized iron. Check this out. It's a normal looking iron on the outside, but there's so much technology going on. All of the irons, all the way down to gap wedge, are 100% hollow, full chamber irons. That means you're going to have an iron that has all kinds of technology inside. In fact, you see this little piece right here I'm going to pull out? This is an 80-gram tungsten piece that sits in the toe that pulls CG to the toe for more forgiveness and push it all the way back to give you launch. It doesn't end there. I talked about this being the largest iron we've ever created. Check out this face. It has some similarities to the original oversized iron back in the 90s, but it's the largest face we've ever made. You want to see how large it is? Here's the F7 face on top of it. Give you an idea of how much larger this face is. It's cheating. It's going to help you so much. But what we do is we set it up so it has a wide sole, wide top line. It's very confidence inspiring. It's going to do exactly what you want it to do. Hit a lot more greens. King oversized irons.
Golf is such a feel game, and as we get closer to the hole, our feels change. One thing we like about the Cure RX series is it allows for a lot of weight variations.
Yeah, a lot of weight variations, and it's not just about heavy, it's not just about light, it's about finding what works for you. Because when you find what works for you, yes, the MOI does go up, but it's also going to decrease the window of face angle misses. It's going to make it a more accurate putter for you, not for someone else. It's all about the individual.
Strixon, plenty of options out there in the driver market. This is the 765 driver. It's got a nice pear shape to it. It's very low spin, has the Power Wave sole, a lightweight crown, and the Stretch Flex face cup. That makes it a very forgiving driver, very low spin, low launch. But we all have those days where we're not striking it as well as we want to, and we want more forgiveness. For that, we have the 565 driver. The same technologies, the Power Wave sole, great for mishits low on the face, gives off a lot of ball speed. A little bigger shaped head, great ball speed, very forgiving options, a little more spin, going to be helpful. We want to thank you for taking the time to watch our coverage of the 2017 PGA Merchandise Show. We hope you've all enjoyed it because personally, I know I did, as well as my friends behind us. From all of us here at thehackersparadise.com, we want to say thank you and goodbye from the 2017 PGA Merchandise Show.
We're here talking about the Superstroke Cross Comfort new grip from Superstroke. Do that again.
When most think about the PGA Show, you think about the hundreds and hundreds of exhibitors. Start it over, Dave.
Doors are open, and let's take a stroll through the Superstroke Grip booth. As you can see, they've got staff bags filled with clubs that are built to their staff players' specs. You can take a look and see what they have to offer. We've got S-Tech grips on some of Sergio Garcia's clubs here. We have their large lineup of putter grips, regular club grips as well. If we take a look at one, we've got the Flatso option here in the 1.0 model with a counter core. Also, we could even go with one of their new offerings, which is the Cross Comfort Grip. Little polyurethane cover on it, softer grip for you. Whatever kind of player you are, whether you need something that's oversized in the putter grip or a pistol grip, you want something softer, firm, Superstroke has the grip for you.
Here we have the Honma Founded in 1963, Honma Golf has been a staple of Japanese golf equipment. Start over, one more time, I got it.
Hybrids continue to get more and more popular, and now we're taking a look at the EX10 model from Toured.
We're here.
With wedges being such an important aspect to the... Go ahead, start over.
The new Atmos line of shafts from Fujikura, tour-inspired design, and what it's going to do here is it kind of provides... start over.
This is the Cleveland RTX 3 wedge, featuring face balancing technology and a tour-proven V-sole grind. With face balancing technology,
a retro look has always been pretty important in the American society. I don't know why we like... No.
This is the Cleveland RTX 3 wedge featuring face balancing technology and a tour-proven V-sole grind. With face balancing technology, they shifted weight away from the hosel and redistributed it into the club head, increasing the center of gravity throughout the entire wedge. By doing that, you get
Lower compression golf balls have become more the rage in the industry these days. Strixon, with the introduction of the Q-Star Tour, is making a foray into this market. With its spin skin technology, you get greater feel around the greens and greater distance off full club shots. This three-piece urethane covered golf ball will play nicely in the low compression field.
All right, here with the 765. Wait, let me start over. I got to go through the order of them in a row. The new 965, 765, and 565 irons from Strixon. What we're seeing here is an evolution in the design rather than a revolution. Mass has been moved out towards the toe. They're going to make all three sets more playable. The use of tungsten in the head is going to help with perimeter weighting. The big story, though, is the VT sole. The VT sole has been changed a little bit, more relief off the heel. It's going to allow them cleaner impact because of the leading edge bounce being a little higher. The trailing edge bounce is a little bit lower, makes it quick through, quick to impact, and a repeatable swing.
The Pet Rock, $1 million idea. Guess what? I just created another one. I took this Golf Pride grip and I drew a straight line on it. It's going to help me align my shots better every single time.
Give me that. Okay, Golf Pride already did it, Dean. In fact, with the new alignment oh no.
Everyone wants to be rich. You know, the Pet Rock, the Jump to Conclusions mat. I took my favorite Golf Pride grip and put a straight line on it.
Give me
so
that.
I could
Cut. Stunt double. Go.
took my favorite grip, put it on a lane.
Nice, Dean. Golf Pride's already done it, though. In fact, with the Align technology, you've got a visual example of it. 1/3 of PGA players are actually using an Align. God damn it, no. Last year, Cleveland introduced the Huntington Beach collection, and this year they're going to extend that collection. It's a premium putter for not a premium price. I like that.
Yeah, I'm here with Dean talking about the new Soundchuck Mini. Cobra Puma Golf introduced the original Soundchuck, hugely successful, bringing color and music to the golf course. So now we've introduced the Soundchuck Mini, awesome wireless sound. You can actually clip it anywhere. Oh, clip it and rip it. There you go.
Microphone, I know what I'm doing.
One thing I really enjoy about Seymour putters is that they have their Giant Series lineup. And this one right here is the Mini Giant, really the perfect size for me.
It's not a giant. It's a giant.
Man, the thing is huge.
This putter's kind of giant.
Is that all you're going to... All right, I'm not so sure about the whole one length thing. I'm a guy who likes to hit my long irons high. I like to hit them far. And in the short irons, I got to have precision. I just don't know if that makes sense.
Slow it down, big guy. I mean, just because you're that tall doesn't mean you should talk down to me.
Turn the light up.
Gosh. Golf's such a personal game. We all have different feels. We all have different likes. Start over. I'm here with Mike Yagley. We're talking about the new King F7 and F7 Plus drivers. And the F7 Plus driver got a little bit of an upgrade.
It did. So a lot of people asked why the track disappeared from the F6 Plus to the F7